Welcome back to the LangChain Masterclass. In the previous video, we talked about what LangChain is, why we use it, and how it fits into the modern AI development ecosystem. And today in episode 2, we're getting our hands dirty. This video is all about setting up your development environment so that you can start building real LangChain applications with me. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything installed: LangChain, Gemini, and Llama models, your environment variables configured, and you'll run your very first Hello LangChain pipeline using both Gemini and Llama models separately. So, if you follow these steps exactly the way I show them, you will be fully ready for the rest of this series. No confusion, no missing dependencies, and no setup issues later. So let's start by installing LangChain and the model libraries we'll use throughout the course. First of all, we're going to create a virtual environment, and for that, I'm going to open a terminal. So, Python venv and then provide your virtual environment name. So as you can see, my venv virtual environment is created, or the folder is created. After this, I can activate my virtual environment easily using my venv scripts activate. Okay, so the virtual environment is activated too. Let me go to my requirements.txt file, create a file there, and then I'm going to list down the necessary libraries that I will need. So here at the first, I'm going to need LangChain, then I'm going to need LangChain core, LangChain community, then I will need LangChain Google GenAI, and also LangChain Groq. Okay, so these are the 5 libraries that I'll be using. So let me install these libraries through the requirement file. So pip install -r requirements.txt, run them, and then it will take some time for the requirements to be installed. Meanwhile, what I will need is I will need a new file called .env file, and inside this file I am going to create uh, 2 different keys here. So one will be for Google API key. This is going to store my Google API key, and then another is for Groq, and then I'll be declaring Groq API key here. So these 2 keys will be essential for loading the Gemini model as well as the Llama model using Groq. So now that the requirements are almost installed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my API key and then paste my API key from here. Well, I'll not show you the API creation part. You can do it on your own, but I'll tell you from where you can create your API key and then paste it in your .env file. So you can get your Google API key from this ai.google.dev/AI Studio link or Google AI Studio, and then you need to sign in, and then you need to get your API key and then paste that Google API key in your .env file. Also, you can create your Groq API key from Groq console that you see here. I've already logged in. You just need to create this API key and then paste it on your env file. I'm not going to show you my API key, obviously, for security reasons. So let me prepare both my API keys and then I will start the code next. Now that I prepared both of my API keys and then pasted it into .env file, I am ready to start my code. So for that, I'm going to create a folder called introduction or let me call it basic LLM. And then inside this I'm going to create two files, one for Gemini llm.py and then other for open sorry let me create a new file here again, new file, and then the next is Groq llama.py. Okay, so let me start with Gemini llm.py. So let me first import the necessary libraries. So first of all, I'm going to pull up LangChain underscore Google Gen AI, import chat Google, import chat Google Generative AI, and then from .env import load.env. Also, I can call this function load.env that loads my credential from the env file. Then I will be using this uh, Gemini model here. So my model name is going to be Gemini 2.5 flash model. Then let me create a basic pipeline here. So I'm going to invoke my LLM model with a message, hello LangChain, explain yourself in one sentence. So basically I need to invoke this with an LLM, not a model, because my model is loaded in an LLM variable. Now I can print my response here. Okay, now open the terminal again, and I can basically run this particular file here. So to run it, what I'm going to do is let me clear this and then do Python 1.basic LLM and 1.Gemini LLM.py. So if I run this script, then I should get a response from this particular LLM here, or the Gemini 2.5 flash model here. Okay, so it has provided me an answer, but you can see the answer in a very long format. It has a lot of things here in its answer. But if I just want to, okay, first we'll analyze what it has sent. So at first we see a content which contains the actual answer that we've asked for the model to provide. Then we have additional key arguments. It doesn't have anything inside that. Then it has response metadata. It has prompt feedback, block regions, safety ratings, finished region, model name, safety ratings, model provider, and then an ID with which we can track our conversation later on, and then uses metadata here. So the total number of tokens that I had inputted was 12. The output token number is 755. The total tokens utilized is 767, and yet there is also a reasoning token for output token details, reasoning 726. So we have a lot of content here, but if I want to filter out simple stuff, just the answer from the model, then I can just do response.content and then basically run it again. It will only provide me the answer I'm looking for without any additional information like these additional keywords or any kind of metadata. Okay, so when I've asked explain yourself in one sentence, the model replies, I am a framework for developing applications powered by large language models, enabling them to connect with external data sources and computational tools through chain of components. Okay, so this is a very basic LangChain pipeline with Gemini model. We're going to do the same with our Groq model too here. So using the Groq model, I can again do the same. So from LangChain underscore Groq, I can import chat Groq. Then from .env, I can import load.env. I can load my Groq API key here, and then basically define a model here. Model equals to Chat Groq. I'm not sure on the model, so let me try one. Llama model. Let me call 8 billion Llama model 18192. Okay, so let me use this model and see if it's available or not. If it's not, then we will try to change it into something else. So I will invoke the model here with my model.invoke function, and then I'm again going to pass the same sentence. Hello LangChain, explain yourself in one sentence, and then I'm going to see response.content, because printing only response will give me a lot of other additional content too, but I'm just interested in the answer here. So clear this output. Let me save this and then run this. So Python 1 basic LLM 2 Groq If the model is not available, then we should see some error here. But if it is, then I'm sure we get an answer. Okay, as I told you, the model Llama 8 billion 8192 does not exist, or I do not have access to it. So I will have to use some other model that can be easily accessed here. So here I've changed the model to Llama 3.1 8 billion parameter instant model, and then let me run my code again with this particular model here, and as you can see I get my answer from the Llama model that is initialized using the chat Groq class from LangChain underscore Groq library. So the answer is I'm a large language model, and my primary function is to process and respond to human language input by generating human like text and so on. So this was a very basic coding exercise for building LLM pipeline, or for building large language pipeline with LangChain. So in the upcoming videos, we're going to go to more advanced stuffs in LangChain through our coding exercises. So I hope the concept is clear to you. If you have any problem, comment down below and I'll try to help you out. We'll be covering a lot more in this series together, so stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.